Just a quick caveat here, folks. I started my intro for some reason thinking that this was about Clint Black. And it turned out, and I'm not quite sure where that happened. But anyway, so you'll hear some comments in the beginning, and I'm going to leave them just as they were. But this is not about Clint Black, not this segment, this 15-minute or so segment that I've done. So we're just going to run right into the original, and that's how we have it. All right, guys, enjoy. Howdy, folks. Welcome to the channel, Rockin' the Country. I'm Don. I'm smiling just due to the coincidental nature of this one. I got my Stone Pony hat on because that's in Asbury Park, but I'm right now shooting from Long Branch, New Jersey, and that happens to be where Clint Black was born before, I think he moved down to Texas when he was like 1 with his family. But I'm like right where he's from. And as it happens, funRonni made a gift to the channel for me to do this thing of Clint's. And this is what Ronnie said. Well, firstly, Ronnie, thank you for this gift. And she said, you always say you like listening to the backstories, which is about all this is. Ignore the title from YouTube as that isn't the part I'm requesting. Starts at 57, yada, 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 with the Roy Clark intro and ends at 112. So it's about 15 minutes, right? I hope you enjoy this. That's what Ronnie had to say. So let's get into this one from the birthplace of Clint Black. So I will say nicely done, fellow Northerner. funRonni. Here we go. Love Roy Clark.
Every one of those songs was sung by one of my Grand Ole Opry heroes, and it's not surprising that many of the most treasured members of the Opry had been elected to the Country Music Hall of Fame right here in Nashville. They've given us so much joy for so many years, it's only right that each of them should occupy a permanent place of honor in the hall, as well as in our hearts. And as part of this year's anniversary celebration, we had a little reunion of some of the Opry members' Hall of Famers. It was a chance to talk and reminisce, to trade a few stories and songs, and to pass around a little love. I was privileged to be there, and I'd like to share with you some of the highlights of that reunion. In the sky, Lord, in the sky. Earl Scruggs.
You outdid yourself on this one, Ronnie.
See, I'm inclined to take a lot of you all for granted, and I don't mean to, but I've known you so long. Some of the finest entertainers in this country are sitting right here.
One of the highlights of little Jimmy Dickens' career was in Springfield, Missouri, not too long ago.
Not too long?
No, and I had drawn a decent crowd. I had about 3,500 old folks, all senior citizens, under a big top tent.
I see.
And this gentleman came up 5 minutes to showtime and said, I'm the man that's going to introduce you here today. I said, well, just introduce the band and they'll do a couple of things and they'll bring me out. He said, no, they won't today. I'm here to introduce you. I've been chosen to do this job, and I'll introduce you. I said, well, okay, any way you want to do it. And he went out on the stage before the band was even set up or plugged in or anything, and he said, ladies and gentlemen, we have some entertainment for you here today, and his name is Little Jimmy Dickerson, and they tell me that he's king of the banjo. Now, is that a build-up or not?
He said
And I went out on the stage and took me 5 minutes to get the band back to normal. And told the folks, I said, I am little Jimmy Dickerson, but I didn't bring my banjo.
He is one of the greatest ballad singers
Yeah.
that ever was.
We could.
You get an E-flat. I'll sing you the prettiest ballad that's ever been written. May the bird of paradise fly up your nose. May an elephant caress you with his toes. May you wipe the flag with a runner's in her hose. May the bird of paradise fly up your nose.
I think I did that one.
Pretty song.
There are two gentlemen sitting there. There's Earl Scruggs and Grandpa Jones. They both play banjo, but they both play banjo differently. But Grandpa is a plunker. His is good. That's right. He's a thumper, and Earl Scruggs is a picker. Those are the picker and a thumper. There they are. I never know that.
Never known that.
Roy, I might say that Uncle Dave Macon, he used to tell me, said, Ernest, he never did call me Earl. He said, Ernest, Ernest, you pick good in the band, but you're not a darn bit funny, are you?
Must be Kevin Costner.
He knew you.
One time he was playing, and there's a lot of people around listening, and he is just playing the fire out of that thing. And Sam McGee was standing there. And after he got done, Sam said, well, I believe I'll go home and build a hen's nest in mine.
You want to go to heaven?
Incredible. Incredible.
Come back in, Grandpa.
Miss Kitty Wells.
When I wrote my first song, never ever dreaming I'd ever get to sing it. I wrote Honky Tonk Girl for Kitty Wells because she was all that was in my mind at the time. You know, Honky Tonk Angel and Make 'Em Believe and finally, yeah, Searching. Oh, that's all I would ever sing. And so finally, Doolittle told me I was going to have to get me a job. So he got me a job at this little dive, and I made about $12 a night working there, and I would sing all Kitty Wells songs. And this old drunk staggered up at the stage one night, and he said, "Let me tell you something, young lady. You ain't gonna ever get nowhere singing like Kitty Wells, 'cause there's already one."
You know, a lot of people don't know that prior to Miss Kitty Wells, there was no girl singers of international fame. Now, there was a lot of good girl singers around, but not ones that were major stars. And because of her success, there was a room for Loretta and Dolly Parton and Reba McEntire and all the rest of the girl singers.
I just fortunate.
It wasn't God who made Honky Tonk Angel, as you said in the words of your song. Too many times married men think they're still single. That has caused many a good girl to go wrong.
I came off the stage one night, and I'd just come on the Opry a couple of months, and I thought I was pretty hot. That's before I learned different. And Robert Lund was standing there, down at the old Ryman.
Yeah.
And I thought I was so hot, I'd taken one encore, and then I was listening, going to take another encore. Robert had gathered together a lot of people. And then I come back for that You know, I come off the stage just listening, just so hot, so excited. Robert said, "Minnie, you been on yet?" That's when I knew what I was.
All right, I'm not done yet. This is classic. Ronnie, you're totally living up to your screen name here with funRonni. This is just, I love these stories, and it just shows like human nature, right? I mean, they're superstars, but they all have their stories among themselves too, and among others that places their humanity in context.
Monroe, tell us some of your experiences. You've had them.
Boy, the old days, they was good ones, though.
You've had a lot of fun.
I'll never forget the first time I appeared on the Grand Ole Opry, and I sang Mule Skinner Blues, and I got 3 encores. So I thought I had that wasn't nothing for me because I could get out there and do it, boy. I had a fine bluegrass group, and I could do numbers like that.
Oh, I know.
You've always been able to do them.
You do now.
You know, we should mention, you're talking about going on first before a big star or something. String Bean would always say to those package promoters, he'd say, "Put me on first, Chief, I've got a weak act." I've got a tune I used to play ever since the 40s, I guess. Wow. Called There'll Be Some Changes Made.
Yeah.
And I wrote a little lyric to it with Margaret Archer and did it in this new album I have out, and it's all about if I should change my act and become a rock and roll star.
As if you could just become a rock and roll star, you know? Hat.
I'm gonna change my way of picking, gonna change my routine. I'll start wearing leather and change my routine. I'll wear dark glasses, maybe a toupee. Get down and boogie and become risque. I'll start wearing makeup like Jackson and Prince. You'll see me riding in a Mercedes-Benz. Nobody wants you if you just play guitar. That was supposed to be in tune, I'll do that. Nobody wants you if you just play guitar. There'll be some changes made tomorrow. There'll be some changes made.
I never heard anybody rhyme star with tomorrow.
Chet just did.
I went in the theater one time in the Carolinas, old Kip Circuit, it was known as. When I first came to the Grand Ole Opry, and I got to this little theater. You were talking about great accommodations. The dressing room was the popcorn room where they stored it.
You and the rats.
And you had to climb up this little ladder to get up on the front of the stage. So when I got there, the theater manager said, "Have you seen Grandpa Jones?" I said, "Yes, I saw him last week." He said, "Well, he was here a month ago," and he said he was dressing in the popcorn room, and a rat ran through there. And Grandpa tried to kill the rat with his banjo and broke the neck out of it and had to do his stage show with a guitar.
I did kill that rat, too. Dead on that doornail.
You know, there's not too many of us up here on this stage or on any stage that has written a state song.
On behalf of Red, I thank you, and Red Stewart thanks you.
Why don't you sing a little bit of the song that recognizes country music to the world?
I was waltzing, hey.
Oh.
I was waltzing with my darling to the Tennessee waltz when an old friend I happened to see.
They all know.
I introduced him to my loved one, and
the Grand Ole Opry is the #1. It's the greatest show on earth, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, look at this!
Grandpa Jones.
They were there.
Petey Wells. Chet Atkins.
They got him.
Loretta Lynn. Roy Acuff. Minnie Pearl. Pee Wee King. Earl Scruggs. And little Jimmy Dickens.
Minnie isn't wearing her hat.
Clapping gospel. That's coming up next.
All right. That was special. That was just fun. I love seeing that repartee. And just, what do you say? I mean, they all have their stories. They're all supportive of one another. They all work very well with one another. They work respectfully with one another. I mean, the whole thing, just the way they interact, is just sweet, and it's, they're very comfortable with one another, when you're in the presence of folks, but really they know that they're just human beings, not merely because they're in with other people of the same, it's like stratosphere of stardom, if you will, but just simply because that's how they're grounded. And they make fun of themselves, and that's a funny thing. Little Jimmy Dickerson, So, funRonni, thank you for this one. That was a lot of fun. So I'm going to leave it at that. You guys can leave your comments. I'll read them. And I'm just going to keep smiling after I turn the camera off, because that was good stuff right there. Thank you again, Ronnie. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.
That has caused many a good girl to go wrong.